What's the epitome of great looks and super performance? Well, if you still haven't guessed yet, even after reading the title of the video, let me tell you I'm talking about the latest OPPO F21 series smartphones. This is the F21 Pro in the beautiful sunset orange colorway, while this is the F21 Pro 5G in this dazzling rainbow spectrum finish. Hello everyone, I'm here for Mr. Phone, and over the past few days I have been testing out the OPPO F21 Pro and the OPPO F21 Pro 5G, and I have to tell you that over the predecessors, these phones bring a lot of improvement when it comes to the camera, the overall performance, and of course the design evolution that you get here. So without wasting any further time, let's talk in detail about the OPPO F21 series of smartphones, shall we? Let's kick off the video by talking about the main highlight of these smartphones, that is the camera. Let's start with the OPPO F21 Pro. At the rear, you get a 64 megapixel high resolution main camera coupled with a 2 megapixel depth sensor and a 2 megapixel micro lens that is mind blowing. More on this in a bit. At the front is where you get the 32 megapixel selfie shooter, and this is of course the brand new IMX709 camera sensor, which is also the first in the price segment. And to put things in perspective, the IMX709 brings the new generation of RGBW, which lets in more light into the camera sensor whenever you're clicking photos or videos. And according to the claims, the IMX709 is up to 60%. I mean, it delivers up to 60% brighter results than its predecessor. Now, to complement this new sensor, there's HDR support at the front along with a bunch of retouching tools and filters to give you the best selfies in any lighting conditions. So this is what a general daylight selfie looks like taken from the OPPO F21 Pro. Perfect, right? I mean, the details, colors, skin tone, etc. look great. So actually, this is a result of HDR processing, and that's why the output looks so balanced. In fact, this is the kind of photo that you get when you don't turn on selfie HDR. So clearly the highlights in the background are blown out and the dynamic range goes for a toss. But turn on selfie HDR and forget the blown out highlights in selfies. I mean, just look at the difference in both the photos. The blue sky, the greens in the trees, and everything that's there in the composition looks so perfectly balanced. One more example of a selfie taken inside my car, and you can clearly see the day and night difference in both the photos. Be it the background or my neck region, the selfie HDR simply shows its superiority. By the way, selfie HDR does a fabulous job at night as well. So this photo on your screens was taken outside a mall, and by the way, I have deliberately turned off HDR in all photos just to show you guys what exactly does HDR bring to the table when you turn it on. And this is the final result with HDR turned on, and I will let the photo do the talking here. But besides HDR, you can also click cool looking selfies by utilizing the inbuilt filters in the camera interface. I mean, who needs Instagram when you already have such amazing filters right in your phone's camera? Now, of course, the portrait selfies also turn out great from the smartphone, and you can see the results on your screens right now. Clear picture with plenty of details, nice blur and sharp edge detection. But yes, the main reason behind these results is also the clever AI portrait enhancement, or in simple words, you can say the clever AI engine of the smartphone that helps a lot in improving the final output. However, taking it a notch higher are the bokeh flare portrait selfies, which simply enhance your skin tone and boost the bokeh effect in the background. And this kind of result is basically seen from a professional camera, but this phone being able to achieve something like this is marvelous. So night and day, indoors or outdoors, if you want the best portrait selfies, then guys, this phone is your answer, the OPPO F21 Pro and its flagship grade portrait camera experience. Now, talking about the rear camera, the 64 megapixel main lens is able to click some great looking shots across a variety of lighting conditions, and I've also noticed that the camera even does a superb job of capturing moving subjects, something that you see in this photo. So the auto rickshaw in this image was actually passing at a decent speed. It is not still, folks. Besides, you also get Oppo's tried and tested AI scene enhancement, which, as the name suggests, give you a sharper and brighter output with the help of AI. And of course, you also get HDR photography and bokeh flare portrait in the rear camera as well, which only enhance the overall camera experience on this smartphone. And while I love the overall camera capabilities of the OPPO F21 Pro, I would still like to give a special mention to the 2 megapixel micro lens that you get on the smartphone, and this is nothing that I've ever seen before. Simply look at these samples. Up until now, we have seen macro cameras on smartphones, but this micro lens is out of the world and is so amusing. I mean, the way it's able to go so damn close to the subject is mind-blowing. Would love to see more of such stuff on other smartphones as well. Finally, in terms of video recording, the OPPO F21 Pro does a good job of shooting footage with utmost clarity along with optimally adjusted brightness and color. Be it the front or the rear, rest assured that the camera always tries to keep the exposure levels in check, all while maintaining a smooth video operation frame to frame. And that was all about the camera of the brand new OPPO F21 Pro, and now it's time to shed some light on the camera of the F21 Pro 5G as well. So again, you get 3 lenses at the back, a 64 megapixel main camera paired with a couple of 2 megapixel macro and depth sensors. At the front is a 16 megapixel camera for selfies. Now, just like the F21 Pro, the 64 megapixel camera of the F21 Pro 5G also delivers some great looking shots, and I also got to see a very similar approach to the colors in photos thanks to the same DNA both the phones share. But yes, testing out this camera system, again, both features, that is HDR photography and AI scene enhancement, they are present here as well. By the way, I have been clicking most of the photos with both features turned on, and so far Oppo's AI technology hasn't disappointed me, so that is great. Apart from this, I think I can never have enough of bokeh flare portrait photos, and similar to the F21 Pro, the results from the F21 Pro 5G are also brilliant, so a great show there as well. And finally, in terms of video recording, again, I did not have any complaints, be it in terms of detail, color reproduction, or dynamic range. Stabilization in videos was also decent. Now, I will give a special shout out to dual view video that lets you simultaneously record 2 streams of video from both the front and rear camera. I think it's a cool feature, and especially if you are a video blogger, I think you're going to have a blast with this one. In a nutshell, if you saw all the photos and videos, then you know how fabulous the flagship portrait camera system is on the latest OPPO F21 Pro and the F21 Pro 5G. And so if you are someone who loves taking stylish selfies, sharp videos, and better overall photos, in that case, I'm sure that you'll really appreciate the latest OPPO F21 smartphones. Now, let's shift our focus and talk about the design. And this year round, gone are the curves, and what you get is this boxy treatment on both the OPPO F21 Pro and the F21 Pro 5G that the company calls Ultra Slim Retro Design. Now, the phones are indeed slim and light. The F21 Pro is only about 7.54 millimeters thick and 175 grams in weight, while the F21 Pro 5G is about 7.55 millimeters thick and 173 grams in weight. Now, both phones offer great ergonomics. In fact, the tall form factor combined with the boxy design and the lightweight construction actually makes for a reassuring grip. And even so, many people think that phones with curved backs are easy to maneuver, but trust me, because of the slim form factor, the handling of both these devices is superb, and of course, the looks are edgy. And as for the retro bit, well, retro or new, one thing I'm sure of is that the looks of both these smartphones is definitely going to resonate with all kind of people out there. So for the OPPO F21 Pro, the company has gone for this industry-first fiberglass leather design and OPPO Glow design that you see here on the sunset orange finish. And to make this possible, the company has given a 6-time coating and baking process, with the result being this extremely smooth to the touch rear panel, which is also very durable than other imitation leather finishes. And by the way, just taking a moment to appreciate the fact that not just these F-series smartphones, but OPPO as a brand has been making some gorgeous looking devices with industry-leading design. And just when we think that they have done it all, well, they come up with something new. In this case, the sunset orange color of the F21 Pro. Now, fans of pure OPPO Glow technology, well, the F21 Pro also comes in the cosmic black shade, and that one is one stealthy looking finish. As for the Oppo F21 Pro 5G, well, of course, you get this phone in the cosmic black shade as well, but this rainbow spectrum finish that I have with me, this one gets Oppo Glow technology along with 3-layer texture and 2-layer coating to create this absolutely mesmerizing finish that's a sight to behold. As you can see, these layers create an iridescent and prismatic effect on the back panel. It's smooth to the touch, does a fabulous job of hiding the fingerprints, and of course, looks dazzling. Now, just a moment ago, I mentioned how Oppo outdoes itself every time. Well, in this case, the F21 Pro 5G also comes with this unique finish. And so it's not just the F21 Pro, but also the F21 Pro 5G that has this completely different look and feel attached to it. I mean, at this stage, I just wonder what does Oppo have in store for us in the future. Anyway, let's move on. Now, apart from the design and finish, both phones are visually identical from the front, but from the back is where you differentiate between the two, as the F21 Pro features a metallic camera island for the lenses, while the F21 Pro 5G simply features protruding lenses on the flat rear panel, which looks elegant. Onto the front, both the Oppo F21 Pro and the Oppo F21 Pro 5G features 6.4 inches AMOLED displays that look absolutely gorgeous. There's of course wideband L1 certification for watching Full HD videos on OTT platforms. But even apart from watching videos or movies, playing games is also a treat on both the Oppo F21 series smartphones. Speaking of which, powering the Oppo F21 Pro is the Snapdragon 680 6nm mobile platform, while the F21 Pro 5G is powered by the Snapdragon 695 5G mobile platform. RAM and storage are standard at 8GB and 128GB respectively, so a single variant on offer avoids confusion while buying, and I think this is a solid move. Additionally, you're also getting expandable storage options along with virtual RAM expansion to up to 5GB on both smartphones. This gives more versatility to users, especially those who like to add additional RAM for gaming or performance purposes. So performance-wise, both phones have been pretty solid and were able to handle day-to-day tasks with ease, even while playing heavy titles such as Call of Duty Mobile and Asphalt 9 Legends. Both the phones did not break a sweat, and I feel they do a solid job in their price segment. Apart from this, both the F21 phones feature a 4500 mAh battery under the hood, and with medium to heavy usage, both the F21 Pro and the F21 Pro 5G easily lasted me a day on a single charge. Not to mention, with light use, I was even hitting 1.5 days of endurance, so that is great. Moreover, a full charge takes about an hour with the help of the supplied 33-watt SuperBook charger, so there is that. Oppo's charging and battery optimization has always been very good, very decent, and the F21 series also gets those features, so full marks in this department. Moving on, in terms of software, there's ColorOS 12 on both smartphones, and at this stage, I think you already know my love for the latest iteration of ColorOS as seen in my recent Oppo videos. But to keep it short, ColorOS 12 brings this inclusive design language that's intuitive to use and it's easy to get around with. The 3D icons look great, and of course, there are a ton of great features like emoji, smart sidebar, flexible windows, super focus on privacy, and of course, the new personalization features. So yes, on a whole, ColorOS 12 has been pretty familiar and a joy to use. And that's about it for my review of the Oppo F21 Pro and the F21 Pro 5G. I think both of these are fantastic smartphones that look trendy. Of course, they feel great in the hand. And you also can't forget about the flagship portrait camera system that you get on both these smartphones. So basically, if you're on the fence to buy a solid all-around mid-range smartphone that's got the looks and performs great, I would say go for the Oppo F21 Pro. However, if you need all of the things I just mentioned plus 5G, then of course, go for the Oppo F21 Pro 5G. But yes, overall, solid phones, can't go wrong with either of them. The price of the OPPO F21 Pro is set at 22,999 rupees, while the F21 Pro 5G is priced at 26,999 rupees. So everyone who is watching this video, I will urge you guys to definitely consider both these devices before making a new purchase. And of course, do check out the offers and the sale details in the description below. And wait guys, don't leave just yet. There's one last thing that I would like to talk about. So Oppo also unveiled one more product alongside the F series smartphones. I'm talking about the Oppo Enco Air 2 Pro. Priced at 3,499 rupees, the Enco Air 2 Pro go on sale from April 21st across Oppo online stores and mainline retail outlets. In terms of key specifications, these latest Oppo TWS earbuds come with a 12.4mm titanized diaphragm driver, dual-core active noise cancellation and flash charge. There are two color options on offer, white and grey, plus the earbuds come with a stylish reflective bubble case, so that is pretty cool. Additionally, in terms of battery life, you get up to 7 hours of endurance on a full charge and a total of 28 hours with the charging case. Overall, the Oppo Enco Air 2 Pro is shaping up to be a solid package, and I'm sure that the potential buyers are definitely going to appreciate the good sound quality and the powerful ANC on offer. So let me know your thoughts about both these devices and whether you're planning to buy one. Write it down in the comments below, and as always, for all the latest in tech, stay tuned to Mr. Phone. I'll catch you all in the very next one. Thank you for watching.